and direct. If you'd like to watch what's happening on the show, please go onto our YouTube channel, Smooth 981 FM Lagos. And then if you'd like to send us a message, you can use that platform as well, or use our WhatsApp platform 0809 444 0981. Well, today we're going to be, it's Tech Friday edition of Business Express. So we're going to be focusing on technology today. Rotus, I hope we get to that story on Elon Musk going to space. We couldn't take that earlier, and we said we'd hopefully push it to Friday. But before then, a big headline of this day newspaper.
Okay. Yeah, go right ahead. Yeah.
So big headline is a World Bank report saying that Nigeria is going through its worst unemployment crisis. And of course, because it's a Tech Friday, I know this is also relevant for Business Express, but or a normal edition. But is it possible for technology to solve the unemployment issues that we have in Nigeria?
Great question. Fisayo, what do you think? What can, in terms of remote work, what can tech do at all to help with unemployment in this country?
What can tech do?
What can it do?
So what's that thing that technology cannot do, right? It's not the first time that countries have optimized governments have optimized their country for hub for technology across, different, spectrums, right? For instance, India specifically was known for business process outsourcing, so customer service type work that people will be, India will be the customer service support that you require in the US or even in Nigeria. I know a company in Nigeria that uses customer service, support from India, right? So if you call their customer service line, someone in India picks, right, and addresses your concern. And I've used the service. It's a bank. I've used the service a few times, and it seems to work, right? So that's one thing about technology and how, to a large extent it allows, people, that level playing field. But of course, government has to be not serious about positioning the country, not necessarily just doing so many hand waving type stuff, and of course ticking the box of ease of doing business. When in reality, people are not. When in reality, progress is not being made from that side. Right. So I said something around business process outsourcing, where customer service thing. But Nigerians have also proven to a large extent that their quality technical skills, is been noted even globally. Countries like Estonia is known for its strong software skills, and a country like Nigeria is known for its strong software development skills as well. That's why companies like Andela succeeded in Nigeria when they were, to a large extent doing stuff here. So, of course, it means I have to be ready to position the country for that place where remote work can, to a large extent, thrive. You need to solve dollar problem. People should be able to receive money. You need to so that for the work they've done, people should be able to receive money for the work they've done. People need to solve power problems, right? You need to solve infrastructure problems. These are some of the key things that is holding you back, right? If you're going through your worst unemployment crisis, everything should be on the table. Everything should be on the table, right? You can't be trying to position the country for remote as a location for remote work, because people start looking at your country, right? And of course, and then you can't use Bitcoin. that doesn't work. You can't be trying to position your country for remote work, and of course you have 3 to 5 exchange rates that even the people that are trying to employ, you don't know the exchange rate that works in your country. You can't try to position yourself for remote work and your power is still very terrible, right? So all of these things are the things that make countries that differentiate countries that are serious from the ones that are not.
Well said. Well said. So I see what you're saying. So tech has the infrastructure in the country to provide for unemployment for its people.
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
tech can only go as far as the infrastructure provided by the country to provide employment for its people.
Perfect. Yes, that's it. So it's not just tech. It has to be everything involved, right? So I think that's the summary of your mark.
Well, everybody should check out that front page on today's listing. World Bank says Nigeria is going through its worst unemployment crisis, and Fisayo, zoom in. Okay, no, the space race.
Yes, the space race.
Jeff Bezos, 9 days after Branson going to space. What do you make of it? And which of our Nigerian billionaires here do you think will get to space first in this country? If at all, who's the most adventurous billionaire we have here that could go to space?
Obi Kubana.
Did you just say that, really?
I agree. It's likely to go.
Anyways,
Fisayo, to remind everyone, Rotus actually mentioned Femi Otedola, and I quite agreed with him. I think in terms of I don't want to look at billionaires, Femi Otedola would be one who might just be willing to go with his daughters.
Yeah, well, first, actually, Otedola will be second for me. First will be Tony Elumelu. I think Tony.
Oh yes, you changed your answer.
Yeah. So Tony Elumelu first, and then Otedola second. Those are the top two I think would likely go.
Yes,
so go ahead.
I agree. I mean, Tony Elumelu probably go to space first. I mean, yeah, I agree. Anyways, and of course, I mean, Femi Otedola with DJ Copy will be interesting to see. And of course, they would take gelato on space. You know, I don't know how that works. Right. But yeah, I mean, billionaire went to space again on his Blue Origin, spaceship. Interesting sight. I mean, compared to what's it called, Richard Branson, that had a layover at JFK and came to be at New York. What's it called? Jeff Bezos did slightly more. Didn't just have a layover, drove through the airport, I think went to the cities, bought some wares and went back to the airport to come back, right? So I think that's decent. Of course, it's also important to mention some of the people that he went with, some of the oldest people. I mean, the woman that she went with, that was probably she also as the oldest person in space. Of course, she was looked over when she was a lot younger, even as an astronaut herself, because she was a woman. And I think that was interesting that she at least fulfilled her dream. Of course, his brother was there. I think even the family risk that two brothers were going to the flight. It's at least interesting to see, right? I think the aftermath of that scene was around was the statement he made after the scene after the space travel, about the fact that it was Amazon staff that helped him achieve what they achieved. And of course, Amazon staff got angry that they were earning minimum wage while their founder is going to space. Right. So, I mean, it's what it is. If you want to be a billionaire, act like one. I mean, build a business, and it's what it is. So I won't hate on Jeff, you don't have to work for Amazon. If you're that angry, resign and then go and start your own business and see if you can make money to go to space yourself. Right. So it's what it is. But I think it's interesting. I think I read a report around the space economy being a couple of billions of dollars. I mean, I don't know what they're looking for there, but hey, it's just exciting to see that yes, within the space of 1 month, 2 billionaires. I mean, people have gone to space and come back, and of course, they probably improve the technology a bit more, and then of course, people start getting more comfortable, traveling to space and coming back, and just experiencing what it means to live, outside. I mean, to visit outside of our atmosphere and just lose gravity for some seconds and then come back. I think it's interesting to see. It's an interesting
Very interesting. Very interesting. I wouldn't mind being a passenger on one of these space expeditions.
Well,
$50,000.
$30,000.
Okay, from the UK says risky space race. Musk, best of luck. E-money should go next. Nice one. And then Azil says, guys, about space race and which Nigerian billionaire will go first. Otedala won't go with all his daughters. We don't all travel together like that. If you know, you know. Thank you. But that's what we're saying. But Elon Musk traveled with another family member, his brother. So maybe he's very certain.
Jeff Bezos.
Oh, sorry, Jeff Bezos. Sorry, my apologies. Jeff Bezos went with his brother. So maybe he feels secure enough to want to take along his family members. Benga Kamu says, Agbero is not our, he says that Agbero is not our biggest techies. A report in Punch paper today says they made 123 billion last year from their activities in Lagos. How much of that money goes into pockets of government?
0.
So whose pocket does it go to?
It goes into their own pockets now. Whose pocket goes to again? If Agbero collects money, how much it goes to government? It goes into his pocket now.
Again, technology can solve that problem. Just be ready to do it.
By tracking this stuff, you just have to track resources. That's what they have to do. If it's not a very quick, I agree. In Kenya, the VAT, 16% VAT that Zoom is passing on to businesses. I guess on Kenya's digital tax. Can you quickly just share thoughts on that a minute or so?
Yes, so Kenya is imposing taxes on digital services, value-added taxes on digital services, because again, Zoom doesn't pay company income taxes to operate in Kenya and all of that. It's that like over the top type services, right? So the only way Kenya seems to be able to participate in this large economy that Zoom is having is to ensure that the users in Kenya pay some value-added taxes to the government. Well, which in that sense is not unreasonable to ask, right? Because I mean, everywhere in the world, right, people are finding ways to ensure that yes, that technology companies pay their fair share of government taxes, depending on where and how they operate in the country. Of course, Zoom is not registered in Kenya. Zoom doesn't have an entity in Kenya. If you pay in Kenya, the money is not going to the Kenyan bank. It's going straight to the US or to Ireland, where the company is registered, and of course where the bank accounts are. So the only way that the government can participate in that kind is to ensure that Zoom becomes a collection agent for its access, right? And I think that's what it's doing. But of course, when you impose taxes on a company doesn't take the taxes from itself, because there's a minimum cost that the company incurs. Of course, passes that on to the consumer. So right now, the cost of using Zoom or any digital service in Kenya, it's probably gone up 16%, because of course Zoom will have to pass that cost over to the customer. But it's not just only Zoom. If you're using Google Meet and you're paying for it, you have to pay the taxes. If you're using whereby you have to pay for those services as well. So I think we'll see how that works on the long run for them.
Fantastic. Fisayo, thank you so much. Really appreciate your insights this morning. Thank you.
Yes, indeed. Thank you very much, Fisayo, Durojaiye, and Rotus. Thanks a lot for always a great conversation here on Fridays and every day of the week, 6:30 to 6:45. I look forward to seeing you as part of the space race. Rotus, you're a billionaire, so you should also
I am.
In Nigeria.
Yeah, okay.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much. We continue the Smooth Breakfast Show with some great music, and then at 7:30, we bring you detailed analysis of today's national news headline stories. The headlines today are just something else. Please do make sure you join us at 7:30. Stay tuned.
Critical focus on the Nigerian economy. We see.
Thank you, everyone, for being a part of the show.